Bare knuckle fighting is not getting the respect that it deserves. You know,
I think it's too brutal for the common people.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're probably right. But I'm a big fan of the Juggernaut. He's a beast.
Yeah.
I love watching those guys, too. It's just because it's such a hard way to do it. It's such a hard way to do it. I mean, bare knuckle boxing is fucking rough. You see when Rockhold quit, when Mike Perry blasted his teeth out, he's like, that's it.
Bro, honestly, Rockhold is the biggest disappointment to me. He used to be one of my favorite fighters, and he's just like, I didn't realize how fucking socially stupid he is. In an interview, it's the worst shit I've ever listened to. Yeah, you better. I'm coming. Yeah. It's like, you don't know what the fuck to say?
Well,
like,
in his prime, the man was a monster.
He was a beast, man.
Monster in his prime. When he beat up Chris Weidman and won the title.
That was a crazy fight. And then he just kind of like fell off. Ever since Mike fucking checked his shit, I think Mike ruined him. Bisping.
Yeah.
I think Mike fucking broke him, man.
Well, that was a bad loss. And to fight Bisping on short notice and be like super cocky. There's a thing about being confident and being delusional or overconfident or not respecting your opponent. And, you know,
everybody deserves it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what happened with Adesanya and Strickland. I think Strickland is just that good. I really do think.
I don't think Izzy like sidestepped him as much as we think. I think people don't understand when you're in there and you got a guy that never fucking takes a step backwards.
Right.
It throws you off. You never can plant.
Right.
So you're not hitting your power shots. You're not doing the damage that you would if you were dictating. Mm-hmm. You're not going on your terms when you're going backwards the whole time. And that's why I think DDP has a good chance, because he's going to fight for that center to walk forward.
Right.
He's a guy that walks forward. Sean walks forward. I just think because DDP kind of falls over his knee when he attacks, I think he's going to get Sean to move back. But for how long?
We'll see. I'm very interested to see who prevails.
I think he does well early.
The Abus Magomedov fight, I think that fight was one of the most impressive fights of Strickland's fight.
I do too. I think it was underwhelming to people, though.
Abus comes out in that first round like a bat out of hell, but he just gassed out. I mean, he was gassed out at the end of the first round.
Yo, he was throwing bombs.
He was trying to take him out. I think Abus was just so used to taking guys out that he thought he could just put it on Sean. And he was hitting Sean with fucking fire.
Yeah.
He was hitting him. That dude's good, man. He's good. But Sean just wilted him.
Yeah.
He just wilted him.
Yeah, man.
He doesn't get tired.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you have a guy who spars as much as Sean, because the bulk of Sean's training is sparring, and he spars hard. He's so accustomed to that's really like a fight all the time.
He knows himself very well. Mm-hmm. He knows what he's good at.
Yeah.
And he knows what he likes. He knows what works for him.
Yeah.
So why fix what's not broken? You know, so.
What do you think Adesanya does when he comes back? Like, who does he fight? Like, he's not going to fight Paulo Costa
Well, he's still ranked, right?
Of course.
Like, but why wouldn't you take him out of the rankings if he's saying he's not coming back for 3-4 years?
Because he's not really.
Right. So, I mean, that's why I'm asking that. Is like, I don't think he's going to sit out that long either. Like,
3 years is crazy. That would be a crazy thing to do. I mean, unless, look, I haven't talked to him. He may have like real injuries that need like real.
He fought, like we said, he fought so much. He was active. I think that this fight happens this weekend. And I think maybe 1 or 2 more title fights, whoever is holding it. I think if DDP wins, there's a chance he slides in to fight Dricus, just because of all that shit.
Adesanya fight, it could be. And also Hamzat. You got to wonder where Hamzat fits in that. I mean, obviously Hamzat beat Usman. They might.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, he's got superstar power.
Yeah, he's got
honestly,
power.
like I get like nervous watching him, like with excitement.
Yeah.
Because I love watching him. It's his face. It's the way he looks.
When
it's
he's
his
smiling,
persona. He's like doing this shit. Yeah.
Smiling at him at the beginning of the fight.
He looks evil.
He does.
He's got the look of somebody that like, man, this motherfucker's about it. And he is. He's tough. He's a gangster, man. He goes out there and he does his game, and, you know, he's not a quitter. But
Adesanya injured. Shares timeline for full-time return to training camp. Last time I don't look returned sooner than many expected, although his current rehab schedule doesn't make UFC 300 fight look very likely. Okay, so he is talking about coming back. So when it says he's injured, does it share what the injury is?
Specific. I was just looking to hopefully share that, but it doesn't say specific.
Yeah, I think there's stuff that he's been dealing with.
So I got this injury, and it'll take a while to recover.
A long time to recover and whatnot. Like, I'm like, what are you telling them? A smart coach who knows the injury exists will try to use it against you. So he's not going to tell anybody what the injury is. So far, I'm recovering very well, and I'm on track. If he's got something that's that big, that's either like knees or back or neck, generally. or it could be other joints. But generally, when someone's got a significant injury like that and they need a lot of time off, it could be a back thing, it could be a knee thing,
It could be a gastrointestinal thing.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, I think that's like, I had a lot of struggles with like stomach problems. Like,
Did you?
Yeah, man. I always felt like I had like this crazy acid feeling in my stomach.
It said he's aiming to get back in the gym, training hard by the end of February. That doesn't bode well for fans hoping UFC 300 in April. No, I don't think he's going to be at UFC 300, but he might be in the June card when Conor returns. They're going to want to stack that card up.
How do you think that goes?
Well, I don't like it that it's at 85.
Is it actually confirmed to 85?
I don't know.
I mean, he said that.
He's
but
drinking wine and talking shit with a Rolex on. Like, who knows? Who knows?
Bro, that man drinks.
He does.
That man drinks. That man does some stuff. But
he likes to party.
I don't
Ankalaev was a bad man.
That's a thick dude, man.
Yeah,
that's what I was
he's a bad
talking
man.
about when I was saying, like, yo, you got different bone densities. Like, that's a thick guy.
Well, then you got to think of Jan Blachowicz. Jan Blachowicz went shin to shin with that dude and fucked his legs up. Like, Jan Blachowicz is made out of rocks. Like, that fucking dude. And that's another one.
He's built like SpongeBob SquarePants.
When
bro.
Adesanya went up to 205, like, that guy was too big.
Yeah.
He's too big.
Yeah.
That's a giant jump, man. That's a giant
You think
jump.
Izzy comes back 2027 or sooner?
I
think sooner.
I think sooner. I think, you say things like that because your body's beat up. He went through so many camps in a row. He defended his title more than any other champion.
So active as a champion.
So active. You're going to get... And then I fucking think he just didn't... I think he slept on Sean a little bit.
I think he burnt out.
I think it was a little bit of that. I think he thought Sean wasn't on his level. I think he thought he was going to piece him up the way he did with Paulo Costa.
Yeah.
That he was just going to go piece him up. But Sean is so hard to hit. He's so, they did that thing with the UFC where I think it's a mouthpiece where it registers how many times you get hit. Sean spars more than anybody, and he gets hit less than anybody, which is pretty extraordinary.
Yeah.
That style is very sneaky.
Yeah.
And it's
I know the Philly shell. I don't do it the same way he does, but...
It's weird to see someone do it in MMA because no one else does it.
Hands.
Yeah, he walked. It just looks odd. But
he also doesn't dip.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I think that's kind of like a part of his defense. Like
Right.
a lot of people that do the Philly shell, like me, sometimes I'll dip into a certain side, and it's like he just kind of stands straight and leans and
Right.
either puts his arms out. And,
Yeah.
I
The
guess
problem with dipping with kicks is like
kick your face off, man.
Yeah, you zig when you should have zagged, and that shin's coming at you, and this, I mean, there's so